My girlfriend announced she was heading to Miami for a professional summit, and I wasn't invited. I responded, "Enjoy yourself." Then I browsed her employer's site. There was zero mention of a summit. I arranged my own ticket to Miami. The footage I captured at her supposed summit venue prompted her supervisor to dismiss her instantly. Original account. I, a 29-year-old guy, have been seeing Sophia, 27, for 2 years. We haven't cohabited yet, but we were set to share a place next month. Well, that's off the table now. Last Monday, Sophia mentioned an upcoming business summit in Miami. She's employed as a marketing assistant at a medium-sized tech firm. She's been there for 3 years, solid pay, constantly discussing her ascent up the ranks. It's from Thursday to Sunday, she noted over dinner. Super dull supplier talks and mingling events. Sounds exciting, I remarked. Miami in November trumps this climate. Mind if I join? I could handle remote tasks from the lodging. Her expression shifted right away. No, you can't join. It's exclusively for staff. They're extremely rigid about it. Besides, I'll be tied up in meetings all day. You'd get restless. Something seemed wrong. We'd scheduled a Miami getaway for months that kept delaying due to her job demands. Now she's traveling solo? All right, I replied. Enjoy yourself. Grab me some Cuban brew on the way back. She eased up, planted a kiss on me, and switched topics. Tuesday morning, while at my job, curiosity overtook me. Visited her firm's webpage. They feature a dedicated area for gatherings and summits. Zilch. Scanned their social channels. No word on Miami. Reviewed their announcements. Nothing. Phoned my pal Diego, who handles IT at a rival firm. Hey, any major tech marketing summit in Miami this week? Not that I'm aware of. What's up? Just curious. Sophia claims she's attending one. Man, you might want to probe that. I used my break to investigate further. Her firm's event schedule was accessible online. November Lee. Listed a remote seminar on Tuesday and a nearby business network meetup. No Miami. No summit. My gut twisted, but I stayed composed. Wednesday night, Sophia was preparing her suitcase. Upscale outfits, high heels, swimsuits. That's plenty of beachwear for supplier demos, I teased. The resort boasts a lovely pool. Could catch some rays during breaks. Which resort? The Fontainebleau. Firm always splurges. I acknowledged, offered a farewell peck Thursday morning, and observed her depart for the airfield. Then I notified work of an illness and secured a midday flight to Miami. Separate carrier, naturally. Update 1, Friday dawn. Arrived in Miami Thursday midday. Hired a vehicle and headed directly to the Fontainebleau. It's enormous, so I wasn't concerned about spotting her right off. Registered using my middle name. Yeah, overly cautious, but essential. My suite was on the 12th level. Inquired with the talkative front desk attendant about summits. Oh yeah, we've got the dentistry group in the Western Hall throughout the week. Any tech summits? No, sir. Not scheduled this week. Creep, 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 creep. Past Thursday night at the pool lounge. Observing. About 8 p.m., I spotted her. Sophia, in a crimson gown I'd never laid eyes on. Strolling via the entrance hall. She had company. Derek, her supposedly platonic college buddy. The one treated like family. The one she sipped lattes with regularly. The decidedly heterosexual-appearing fellow whose palm was presently on her waist, steering her to the lifts. I trailed discreetly. They ascended. I monitored the lift indicators. 18th level. Returned to my suite and began logging details in my phone's memo function. Timestamps, spots, observations. Not for courtroom purposes. We weren't wed, but for my mental clarity. Friday dawn, I stationed myself at the morning spread with an unobstructed elevator vista. 7:42 a.m., they descended jointly. Sophia, in capris and a sleeveless tee. Derek in bathing shorts, both chuckling, him murmuring. Into her ear. They proceeded to the pool. I shadowed. Perched at the counter with a latte and my notebook, feigning labor. They claimed a shaded nook. Requested bubbly at 9 a.m. Began smooching by 9:15. I captured a clip. Not excessively lengthy, merely 30 seconds of it. Embracing. Him applying lotion to her shoulders. Her tittering. And drawing him closer for additional. Distinct features. Precise date mark. The highlight? Sophia shared an Instagram tale. Summit routine is draining. Paired with an image of a generic meeting space she likely sourced from search engines. That's when I turned spiteful. Perhaps overly spiteful. But I was finished. Update 2. Friday midday. I recalled Sophia's manager Monica was quite engaged on LinkedIn. She also connected with me since I'd repaired her device at a firm gathering once. Business connections and such. I set up a disposable email and messaged Monica. Hello, Monica. I believe you ought to learn that a team member is fabricating a summit in Miami for private leisure. Sophia Torres is at the Fontainebleau with her partner, not engaged in any occupational activity. I'm an alarmed coworker who values workplace ethics. Included the capture of Sophia's Instagram tale asserting summit fatigue. Within 60 minutes, Monica had perused my LinkedIn page. She didn't contact me, but I noted her activity. Then developments escalated. Around 2 p.m., I was back at the pool counter when Sophia's device began buzzing. She dismissed it. It buzzed repeatedly. At last, she picked up, stepping from Derek. Hi, Monica. Yes, the summit's progressing splendidly. Which panels? Oh, the forenoon one on online evolution was superb. Presenter titles? The signal's awful here. I can't catch you. What do you intend by which firm? Johnson Promotion Enterprises hosted it. She was in distress. Striding. Derek observed. Baffled. You wish me to forward images? Absolutely. Allow me. My device is glitching. Can I transmit them come Monday? You require them immediately. Get it. She disconnected. Complexion pale. Derek. All fine, darling. My superior suspects. An individual informed her. She's demanding evidence of the summit. Simply invent something. She seeks precise items. Presenter tags. Check-in counter snaps. Schedule. I'm doomed. Simply confess the facts. Sophia chuckled harshly. That I invented a summit to indulge a weekend with you? I'll lose my position. Then fabricate an excuse. You're clever. She devoted the subsequent hour desperately searching, attempting to forge summit documents on her device. It was agonizing to witness. Nearly pitted her. Nearly. About 4 p.m., her device buzzed once more. Monica. Hi, Monica. I comprehend. Yes, I'll catch the immediate departure. No, yes, ma'am. I comprehend. She ended the call and began sobbing. Derek attempted to soothe her. Sophia, she demands my presence in the workplace tomorrow dawn. She realizes I fabricated. How? An individual forwarded her confirmation I'm absent from a summit. Who might that be? Your partner remains unaware you're present, correct? No, he's oblivious. Likely immersed in video games back home. The insult. I was mere yards away, 20 feet distant, and she assumed I was too dim to unravel it. Update 3. Saturday, Sophia returned Friday evening. I lingered until Saturday midday because, well, I'd covered the lodging and Miami's appealing. Saturday dawn, I received a message from her. Summit concluding prematurely. Manager crisis. Arriving home this evening. Affectionately. Persisting in deception. Even post-exposure. Enduring deception. I returned Saturday night. Upon arrival home, I had 14 overlooked calls from Sophia and numerous messages. We must converse. Kindly ring me. It's not as you imagine. I can clarify all. I realize you realize. Kindly don't abandon me. I stayed silent. Rather, I entered my residence and commenced gathering her belongings. She maintained a compartment, some attire, personal care items, a few volumes, packed it all into a container. Sunday. Dawn. She appeared at my threshold. My makeup streaked. Appearing disheveled. Sophia, may we converse? Me, certainly. Here's your belongings. Please. Merely heed. It wasn't meant to occur. What wasn't? The fabricated summit? The escape with Derek? Our detection? You notified Monica? Me, does it signify? You tailed me to Miami? I traveled to Miami. If I tailed you or not scarcely addresses the core. That's pursuit. Me, is it truly? I visited a communal resort in a locale I'm entitled to explore. You're the one who deceived about an occupational summit to betray with your platonic male confidant. She commenced weeping intensely. I was dismissed. I face repercussions. How shall I cover housing? My vehicle installment? No longer my concern. 2 years. You're discarding 2 years. You discarded it upon reserving that resort chamber. Derek signifies zilch. It was merely an escapade. Neat tale. Still concluded. She attempted to shove by me into the residence. I obstructed her. I require retrieving my adapter. It's within the container. All's within the container. You're acting harshly. I'm acting concluded. That transpired a week prior. The turmoil afterward has been draining. Initially, Derek contacted. This fellow possessed the nerve to message me via Instagram. Hey dude, I grasp your wounded, but Sophia and I share a genuine bond. I trust you'll honor that and proceed amicably. I responded. She's entirely yours, winner. Best wishes with an individual who deceives all. He barred me. Then arrived Sophia's mother, Carol. She phoned me Monday evening. Carol, how could you cause my child's dismissal? I didn't. Her deceptions prompted her dismissal. She committed a single error. She committed myriad deceptions. The summit, the liaison with Derek, the platonic male ally narrative. That's not a solitary error. That's a recurring pattern. She shattered. Peculiar manner of displaying it. You demolished her profession over intimate matters. She demolished her profession by SW. Swindling her employer. Fabricating occupational excursions for private holidays constitutes embezzlement of firm hours. You're spiteful. I'm unattached. Enjoy your day. Tuesday, Sophia attempted an alternate tactic. Arrived bearing brew and pastries from my preferred spot. Might we merely converse? As acquaintances? We're not acquaintances. I erred, but I don't merit having my existence demolished. You demolished your own existence. I merely declined to partake in it. Monica refuses an endorsement. I can't secure alternative employment. Fast food outlets are recruiting. That's unkind. That's actuality. You perpetrated occupational deceit. You're fortunate she omitted pursuing prosecution. I could litigate you for trailing and intimidation. Proceed. Describe to an adjudicator how my Miami visit and your serendipitous presence there with your paramour equates to trailing. She hurled the brew at my entrance and departed. Fortuitously, it featured a seal. Wednesday, the supporters emerged. Her associates began messaging. You exceeded bounds. Prompting her dismissal was deranged conduct. She's contending with melancholy presently. I answered precisely one. Her closest ally Valerie. She deceived me, her employment, and evidently you regarding Derek's orientation. Perhaps inquire what further she's concealed. Valerie remained unresponsive, but I learned via shared contacts that she discovered Sophia had entangled with her former partner last year. The social circle disintegrated. Thursday, unexpected development. Monica phoned me. Monica, I desired to express gratitude. For what? We probed following your alert. Sophia had submitted bogus reimbursement claims for 3 additional summits this year. Almost $12,000 in deceitful submissions. Holy cow! I was unaware. We're advancing judicial measures. May require your testimony. Please to assist. Additionally, do you persist in tech support freelancing? We seek a dependable individual. Secured a fresh assignment from this CH. Chaos. Bright spot. Final update. It's elapsed 3 weeks since Miami. Here's the status for all involved. Sophia resides with her folks. Derek discarded her the instant he learned of her job loss. Evidently, he was solely engaged when she financed escape weekends. She's been sharing motivational sayings on Instagram about emerging from ruins and disloyalty from intimates. The sarcasm eludes her. She attempted a final ploy yesterday. Dispatched me an extended email about her recent diagnosis of nervousness and melancholy. How this ordeal ignited prior wounds. How I ought to harbor remorse for wrecking her psychological state. I relayed it to my attorney acquaintance, who advised retaining it should she pursue legal recourse. The penal accusations from her employer are progressing. Apparently, those 3 fabricated summits encompassed a Vegas assembly, outing with her sibling, a Denver seminar, snow sport escape with Derek, an Austin session, concert event. Each instance, she submitted reimbursements for air travel, lodging, and daily allowances. That's swindle. Swindle. Like prospective incarceration swindle. My involvement? I provided a sworn account of locating her in Miami while she claimed a summit attendance. That's all. All else stemmed from her actions. The most astonishing aspect? Discovered via hearsay that I wasn't her sole partner. She'd assured Derek of exclusivity while conveying the same to me. There existed also a fellow named Nathan she was connecting with who believed they were coupled. Derek messaged me anew. Dude, I was ignorant of you. She manipulated us both. I ignored him, uninterested in uniting over shared folly. Regarding me, I'm fine. Superior to fine, truly. That assignment suggestion from Monica evolved into a reliable agreement. I'm earning an additional $3,000 monthly via their tech support. Initiated counseling to address confidence concerns. Because, indeed, uncovering your partner operates essentially a romantic pyramid scheme disrupt. One's mind. But my counselor asserts I managed it reasonably, considering all. The ultimate retribution? Thriving. And also her confronting national swindle accusations. But chiefly thriving. Oh, and I revisited Miami last weekend. Solo. Experienced a splendid time. Lodged at an alternate resort. Encountered intriguing folks. Even crossed paths with the garrulous front desk attendant from the Fontainebleau at a tavern. He recalled me as the summit sleuth and covered my beverage. Did you ultimately locate that tech summit? He queried with a sly grin. Nope, I replied. But I uncovered the reality. Occasionally, that's of greater value. Indeed it is. To all asserting I overstepped. She raised her own existence with deceptions and swindle. I merely declined to become another victim. To all suggesting I ought to have confronted her straightforwardly. Why? So she could deceive further? Manipulate me into doubting my sanity? Erase traces? Nah. Occasionally, the optimal reply to disloyalty isn't reprisal. It's simply withdrawing and permitting fate to manage the documentation. In this instance, fate's moniker was Monica from Personnel, and she arrived fully committed. I'm finished with this segment. Advancing. Credence yet confirm. And invariably inspect the employer webpage for those occupational summits. Farewell. Edit. For all inquiring. Yes, this complies with regulations. Capturing in communal areas like resort pools is permissible. Alerting suspected swindle is permissible. Traveling to Miami is permissible. Cease messaging me about pursuit statutes when you evidently misunderstand them. Edit 2. No, I'm uninterested in reuniting with her. Halt proposing joint therapy. Certain matters can't be mended via guidance, like swindle. And intimacy with Derek. Edit 3. Derek confronts his personal troubles now. Evidently, he utilized his employer's payment card for these excursions with Sophia. His superior uncovered it post my narrative circulating in our sector. Engage in foolish.